Hello my friends, I'm Bee and this is Bee's Intuition. Today we're going to do a reading. I want to see what is growing around you, either in your life or around your energy, like in your energy. I want to see what's growing. And this is based off of, in terms of how it relates to Yule, because I'm trying to theme these readings in December around Yule themes. And I think about the tradition of going out into nature, collecting what is green during this time of year and bringing it into the home to be reminded of life and how it's continuing, even though this is like a period of darkness. And some people see this part of the year as being related to death as well. But green also makes me think of growth. So I feel like that's like kind of where my inspiration came from. But anyways, let's see what's growing around you. Let's just dive right in. Please and thank you. My tripod broke, and so I had to make a makeshift tripod but with rocks. So sorry if the angle is terrible. I tried my best. Okay, anyways, please and thank you, Spirit. What is growing around the collective during this time? Please and thank you. I'm just gonna go with whatever came out, even if it's not that many, just because I want to keep this slightly, well, I'm hoping for it to be a quickie, but we'll see. Oh wow, this is actually very beautiful. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. So you have the energy of growth in you and around you. You give off very healing and growth related vibes. Especially because of that Queen of Pentacles. I feel like that's how you're being seen during this time. And you have like this calm, sweet demeanor. And I feel like you are in the energy that attracts growth to you. And I feel like maybe you also focus on growth within you. And I feel like that may be what kind of gives off that vibe so strongly for you. The bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. You may have recently just left something behind in hopes of something on the horizon that is actually way more full of growth, or the potential for growth. You may have found something to be lacking in growth, and so you got rid of that, or you walked away from it. And I feel like maybe the reason why you did that is because you wanted something that had more hope, more potential, more potential for growth and growing. Because you feel like somebody that is constantly growing. That's the other thing I'm picking up on. Yeah. I feel like you have a clear idea of like what helps you grow and what does not. And what feeds into the growth that will contribute to what you want in life. Anyways, let's just start clarifying, shall we? Starting with that Queen of Pentacles, please and thank you, Spirit. How is, what is the growth that is happening around the collective during this time, please and thank you? This may actually be my last outdoor reading of the year because, it's getting close to the end of the year and it just so happened to be a very warm day today. So I was like, no matter what, I'm going to do this reading outside because I want it. I want an outside reading. Gosh darn it. Okay, so the Page of Wands just popped out for that Queen of Pentacles. And the Page of Wands actually does give me growth energy. Because of his staff and how the leaves are blooming on it, indicating like growth there, I kind of see, because the Page of Wands is like an optimistic, youthful energy, I sometimes look at this card and I think like he is in this desert that looks like it's like devoid of life, but he has this staff that is blooming, blossoming, or whatever you want to say. And I always get the vibe of him being like, I can make things grow even in this environment that looks like it would be impossible to grow things. I'm still gonna grow something here because I'm determined and I'm optimistic. you're very determined when it comes to growth. I feel like you very much like care a lot about your own growth, your life journey growth, the growth that leads you down your path in life, the growth that leads you to your own security and abundance. You probably have been growing a lot in your security within yourself, your confidence. You also are you're very much in touch with your inner child, it seems. Even though you do show up in a mature energy, you are not afraid to tap into your inner child. And in a lot of ways, I feel like that is how you grow so much, is because you've never lost that connection to your inner child. And maybe you feed your inner child actively. It feels almost like you have this way about you that is accepting all of your parts and embracing all of those parts within you. Judgment at the bottom of the deck. Spirit sees the hard work that you've been doing to grow, to change things for yourself. And also with that optimistic energy that you embody when you're tapped into your inner child, I feel like Spirit is very impressed with you. Like, they're proud of you, of course, but I feel like even more so, something about that impresses them. To see how determined you are, to see how you are flexible maybe and able to adapt to given situation. You don't let anything stand in your way, even if it looks difficult and impossible. You keep going. It feels like trusting in the future for yourself. Trusting in your own future, your own fate, your own destiny. Even if it is just an idea right now, it's like you know that whatever you have in mind for what you want your future to look like, you have the ability to bring that into the 3D. And it's that belief that I feel like really impresses the divine spirit, the universe. Yeah, you trust the divine so much, and maybe it didn't come easily at first, but I feel like you're getting to this point where you really do trust Spirit. And you trust that you're being led down the right path in your life, towards more growth, towards more of what you want and less of what you don't want. It's that trust in the process that I'm picking up on. I'm just curious to see what's underneath that Judgment card. Queen of Cups. Yeah, you have a beautiful heart. Oh, I'm getting something about pure intentions as well. You come at things from a very pure-hearted kind of way. I feel like there's a kindness about you where it's like you are kind, not because you're expecting anything in return, not because you're expecting to be, thanked or celebrated for doing that thing. I feel like it just comes out of a place of genuinely wanting to do that kind of good stuff, or maybe help people, or it's like that. It's just like a genuineness when it comes to how you show up in life and you show up for other people. There's like a kind, loving, giving energy to you. I think that's what this message that is coming through right now is really talking about, is like you are growing into somebody that will be so loved by others. Not to say that you haven't been loved by others in the past, or that you're just now becoming lovable or whatever. But no, it's like you are turning into somebody that is going to have these healing, warm, inviting vibes to you. And it's going to attract all sorts of opportunities, people, experiences, new experiences. And it's because of the energy that you embody or you're in right now. I really do like this optimistic energy with that Page of Wands. It really does feel like you try your best to stay optimistic, even if it looks rough, even if it looks like there is a dead end right in front of you. You're like, but maybe it's not quite a dead end. Or like you have just like this way of being optimistic and thinking outside the box and still looking to the positives rather than the negatives. I feel like it's very beautiful. What else for that Queen of Pentacles? Please and thank you, Spirit. What is growing around the collective right now? Please and thank you. Oh, okay. I'm gonna just trust these that are coming out in the reverse. Okay. So, we have the King of Cups, reverse. Ace of Wands, reverse. Five of Cups, reverse. Five of Swords, reverse. It's interesting. The last reading, we had a King of Cups coming out in the reverse as well. But I didn't pick up on the shadow aspects. I only picked up on the fear side of things, like where they're afraid to show that side of them. Honestly, what I'm getting with this, with all these reversals, I think that this could be indicating somebody that is more so shadow aspects of the King of Cups. It feels like this could be somebody that you were involved with in the past. And the shadow aspects of the King of Cups is like, instead of being very loving, it may be somebody that is very spiteful, or maybe emotionally manipulative, or emotionally toxic, uses emotions against somebody. Like if you are a sensitive person, which it seems like you very well might be, this is the type of person, when it's the shadow aspects of the King of Cups, they take advantage of people with kind hearts. And so, yeah, honestly, I'm getting that there is this whole storyline here. I feel like this King of Cups in the reverse is in a period of regret over something that has taken place between the two of you. I feel like you had some sort of passionate experience with this person, so whether that be a relationship or something more casual, maybe you just dated this person briefly or something, but there was some sort of passion that took place between the two of you, but it didn't go well. You got hurt by this person. This person hurt you maybe in many different ways and made you feel very powerless. But I'm glad that it came out in the reverse, because that's showing that this could be something that this King of Cups regrets doing to you. Also, Five of Cups came out in the reverse, but that's indicating to me that you have gone through that period of heartbreak, maybe over this King of Cups in the reverse. Maybe this person caused you some sense of loss or abandonment even. Like, it definitely hurt in the heart space a lot of pain I'm feeling on your end because of what this King of Cups in the reverse has done in the past. But I feel like your energy is showing up as somebody that is able to take those past experiences and not let them defeat you. You rather use them to help you grow, to help you move on and become a better version of yourself. You learn from past experiences, even the painful ones. You don't let them hold you back. You don't let them make you bitter or, closed off at all. And I feel like you are entering a time of kind of flourishing and being seen as somebody that is very resilient and, kind of rock in their material world in some way. And I think that this King of Cups in the reverse probably wants to come in to apologize for this past that has taken place between the two of you. I don't know if you'll be receptive to this person. Because you are showing up as that Queen of Pentacles, you could be receptive to it, but I don't know. You have too much, you know your own value now, I want to say. And so I don't think that you're going to be the pushover that maybe this person remembers, if that was maybe the case. I feel like you are mature and you have your boundaries now, whereas in the past maybe you didn't, or maybe you didn't know how to stand by your boundaries and really expect people to respect those boundaries. So I feel like you're in a different place now. But I feel like this King of Cups could be seeing you growing, could be seeing you flourishing and embracing yourself and maybe experiencing success. And so now they feel bad and they want to apologize, is what it feels like. Because they have been reflecting on that past, how they hurt you, the pain that they caused you, how things went sour. I guess it's nice that they want to apologize, as long as they don't have like some sort of hidden agenda with that. But you're in that sort of mode where it's like, I think you can see right through that if that's the case, if they have some sort of hidden agenda. Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Honestly, this feels different from the King of Cups. I was going to say maybe it's the King of Cups like showing up and being like, can we start again? But I'm not necessarily picking that up. Feels like a different energy. This could be somebody that is attracted to you because of the things that I've been describing about you. The way in which you are constantly growing, that you're in touch with your inner child, that you're embracing things, and that you don't let things defeat you. You only let them make you stronger. So you could definitely be impressing somebody right now, and they may want to come in to express that they have maybe a little bit of a crush on you. This could maybe even be a little bit of a romantic flirtation. But it doesn't surprise me, because anybody that's embodying that Queen of Pentacles energy, I feel like, is definitely going to be attracting people. People like somebody that's down to earth and open, you know? I feel like you're open, but not stupid, you know, if that makes sense. Like, you're open to people, but it's like if they have wronged you or you've experienced somebody's dark side, I feel like you're definitely guarded, but maybe you're receptive enough to hear a person out, is maybe the energy I'm picking up on. I'm curious to see what's underneath this Page of Cups. Queen of Swords, yes, that's so funny, because I was actually feeling Queen of Swords energy a lot when I was looking at this King of Cups in the reverse, because, and like actually what I was just saying about boundaries, yeah, like you have your boundaries, you have grown as a person. As I was looking or pulling that down to see the Queen of Swords, it looks like, yeah, the star is underneath that. You have grown so much as a person, you have healed so much as a person. You're in a completely different place to this King of Cups in the reverse. Their memories of you, I feel like, are completely different to who you are today, and they may not expect that. But I see you having your guard up, especially when it comes to this King of Cups in the reverse, and maybe when it comes to this Page of Cups as well. Not necessarily, but I feel like for sure with that King of Cups in the reverse, because you got a past with that person, and that past does not look nice, you know? And I feel like you're going to be reasonably guarded with that person, and that's probably smart, especially because they're still showing up as the King of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, it feels like they could definitely be trying to manipulate you in some way, especially if you're coming into some sort of success in your life. This could definitely be the mooching kind of person. Or better yet, they may be wanting to make amends for the past so that you don't talk about how they hurt you. Because King of Cups in the reverse, I feel as like a emotionally manipulative kind of person. Like, they do have feelings, but you would think those feelings would make them more empathetic, but it's not like that. They just know how to manipulate people better because they have deep emotions, if that makes any sense. But yeah, somebody could be like in the background, maybe admiring you, curious about you. They could definitely see you as a magical person, possessing some sort of magic. And also it feels new. I feel like if it is like maybe a romantic sort of situation, I feel like you're more excited about new people and less excited about past people. I feel like you're definitely in that sort of phase where you're like letting the past go and you're ready for new. And that actually lines up perfectly with that 8 of Cups that we had at the bottom of the deck here. You're definitely choosing new over past experiences. And I think that's exactly what you need to do, especially when it comes to your journey and your own growth as a person. The past holds nothing that you want in it anymore, is what I'm getting. Okay, let's go on to the Knight of Pentacles, please, and thank you, Spirit. What growth is happening around the collective during this time, please? Thank you. Okay. Ooh. Actually, hold up. I am getting chilly. I always forget that it's slightly cooler down here by the river. Because science. Anyways. Okay. Oh, I'm so sad that my tripod broke, but that's not what this reading is about. Okay. That Knight of Pentacles, we have the 7 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. Oh. Well, I'm getting this as 2 different messages. So this could be an outside person that wants to... They may have been in a slower moving energy, but maybe they now want to come in and fight for a connection between the 2 of you. This person could have things in common with you since they're also in the Pentacles, as you were showing up earlier. 3 of Wands is like, the time is now, or, you know, the timing is right in this moment. Definitely the desire to act in the moment. Also the Wands, they want growth to take place between the 2 of you, or they see how the connection between the 2 of you could grow into something very beautiful. They also, because it is the Wands, they could be very attracted to you and very passionate about you in general. You could fuel their fire. I'm feeling this sense of inspiration. I feel like you inspire this person to act or to do things that are maybe courageous. Maybe things that they... That's what it is. You are helping this Knight of Pentacles come out of a time of being the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like this could be somebody that is very used to being slow and maybe, but like almost to the point of non-action at all is kind of what I'm feeling with that. And I think that that could be something that they actually don't like about themselves, is that they're very maybe stubborn and they don't like to rush things, and maybe they like to overthink everything before they go for something, but then by the time they're done overthinking, it's like, okay, maybe that opportunity passed, or you know, maybe it takes too long, or maybe they don't even act at the end of it because they've overthought it so much. And then the other thing is, if you are in this sort of energy right now of slow and steady wins the race, I feel like that's very much like good and maybe exactly as you're supposed to be in this moment. Because you are overcoming challenges. You're overcoming those obstacles, difficulties, all of that. But maybe you're taking your time with that. You're not trying to rush anything. And then the Three of Wands. Maybe you've been in that sort of energy for quite some time, overcoming challenges, obstacles, but slowly and steadily. And so maybe the Three of Wands is here to say, like, now you desire something to shake things up a little bit, some newer energy. Maybe you're ready to start moving a little bit quicker, or not even necessarily quicker, but like maybe like a little bit faster than you're used to, or maybe something really sticks out to you right now that you really want to move towards, and maybe it's like there could be time pressure, like pressure of timing that makes you want to act on something here. I feel like if this is representing you, it's like maybe it has something to do with your path and what you want to achieve, and maybe you're seeing an opportunity that is presenting itself to you in the present moment, and maybe that opportunity is something that is going to maybe even force you out of that time of being in that Knight of Pentacles energy, of being very, very slow, maybe not even moving towards something, and then maybe suddenly you're like, no, I am gonna act, I'm gonna do it right now. But again, I don't really feel like it's impulsive though at the same time. Because I feel like you like to think things through. You like to be reasonable, logical. But it feels like maybe something is happening in like divine timing that you're excited about, and you want to move towards it, or you want to... Oh, I'm also picking up the energy of, there's a message here about the growth that takes place with new beginnings. So maybe there's something new that you want to explore, and it could lead to a lot of like internal growth for you, or maybe growth within your 3D. And then at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords, and it kept popping off to show me the Ten of Swords. So I'm curious what's under that. Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So what I'm getting with that Four of Swords is you like to maybe have those moments alone, especially if there's like some sort of decision that you need to make, or an opportunity arises and you're trying to decide whether it's meant for you or not, or if it's the right thing to do in a certain amount of timing or whatever. And so not only do you like to kind of like sit with yourself and really like analyze things, like, does this make me happy? Is this really what I want? Is it really meant for me? I feel like you may also communicate with spirit, like if you need that sort of guidance, where it's like, okay, spirit, is this meant for me? Or should I go towards this thing? Is it right for me? Is this, divine timing? And that's very smart that you do that. Because I feel like you don't, maybe you don't like to act impulsively, or maybe you have acted impulsively in the past and it didn't pay off for you. So I feel like there's like this control over being impulsive, but not necessarily cutting yourself off from new opportunities. You just like to be really mindful of these things. This could also just be a reminder, if you have been like working really hard, definitely try and take some time to rest, take care of yourself, focus on you. That could be a message there. But I'm getting like this interesting message here about like how when you were at your lowest, maybe all you had was yourself, or maybe all you had was your connection to spirit. And so either way, you need that time for yourself to figure things out, because it's like, I have my best interest at heart. Spirit has my best interest at heart. So those are the things I'm gonna trust in when it comes to making decisions, because I don't wanna go back to, maybe it could have been like a rock bottom moment for you in the past, and you're like, I'm not going back to that. You've like grown too much. You've invested in too much since you were at your rock bottom. And I feel like you want to move towards anything that has growth or the potential to grow into something that you want, and something that has the ability to like withstand the test of time is what I'm getting. That's nice. Okay, let's go on to the Seven of Pentacles. Please and thank you, Spirit. What growth is happening around the collective? Please and thank you. What growth is happening around the collective? Please and thank you. With that Seven of Pentacles. Ooh. This is interesting. Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck too. That's even more interesting. So this is clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Chariot and then the Knight of Pentacles. So double confirmation for Knight of Pentacles. But this is an interesting energy to me. And I really like this combination because it feels like a balanced way of being. And I feel like that is how you work. I feel like you like to be going towards things or acting in a way that is balanced. In certain moments, you're going to want to move quickly and I think that maybe your intuition tells you when those moments are happening, or maybe spirit tells you when those moments are happening that you need to take quick action or move quickly, or quickly move towards something. But then you're also reasonable and you realize that there are certain moments where maybe you need to stand still for a little bit and really take a good look into what's going on. Where are you headed? Is this the right path? All those little details. You know, and you have the wisdom of knowing that there is times where you may need to be a little bit slower, or maybe there's no rush in certain opportunities, and you realize that, and you know which things you have to rush and which things you can take your time with. And it's like, it's like that, I feel like it's aiding your growth as a person. The fact that you're able to balance between these two energies, like fast movement and slower movement. I honestly am getting the message where it's like, because like both of these energies are on, how do I word this? Both of these energies are, hopefully you can hear me. I didn't even realize that my mic was like all in my sweater. Where is it going? It feels like this is on your path, you know? And whether you're taking the Chariot or you're embracing the Knight of Pentacles energy, you know that either one is still on your path. I don't know how to word that. That doesn't make any sense probably, but it's like, you know what you want as your destination or your fate, your destiny. And so you don't really sweat it. I don't know. There's like a sense of ease because of maybe your natural intuition, where it's like, there are some moments where I'm going to want to move quickly. And then there are going to be moments where maybe I need to take some more time to consider things fully, or, maybe divine timing is at play with that Knight of Pentacles to some degree. And it's like, whether you're moving fast or you're moving slow, you trust that it's happening when it needs to, and it's happening in divine timing, and it's all part of the plan. It's all part of your path to what you want to achieve in life. It kind of takes me back to that trust in the universe, trust in spirit. You have a strong connection to spirit, and your intuition is heightened. And I feel like because of those, you're going to be like very successful on your path. And the Seven of Pentacles can be, it definitely can indicate growth, but usually it's like slow growth, and that slow growth could, at times maybe make you a little bit impatient, but I feel like you are mastering patience. And practicing patience, I feel like, doesn't always come easily to humans because we live in a society that is very much like only things that are happening right here, right now are valuable, and that's just not true. Some of the best things take time to grow. So yeah, maybe in some moments you're a little bit impatient, but I feel like overall you're very patient with the process, and you trust that everything will unfold as it's supposed to, and in the timing that it's supposed to. So even if it's not your ideal timing, you trust that it's going to happen eventually. I really do like that this Eight of Pentacles came out at the bottom of the deck, especially because we're clarifying the Seven of Pentacles, and this kind of indicates to me that there is forward progression, forward movement in your path, in your journey. The Eight of Pentacles is also, you're working really hard, and your hard work is about to pay off. And again, it goes back to this trust. Also, whatever it is that you are working on, you could feel like a strong sense of like, this is what I'm meant to do, or this is what I feel like my purpose is in life. Like there's a feeling of like, I know that this path is right for me, even if I don't have 3D validation or evidence in the 3D to support that. Like I believe and I feel that this is right for me, and so I don't mind putting in that energy, putting in the investments, because there's like this trust and knowledge that it will pay off. I'm curious to see what's underneath the Eight of Pentacles, and it looks like it's the Seven of Cups. To be honest, I feel like you're coming out of a time of confusion, because this can sometimes indicate like confusion or illusions, not seeing things quite clearly. But I feel like that's your past. You may have like, because I honestly am getting more of a decisive energy from you, like in the current moment, compared to maybe the past, where maybe you did have a tricky time, like a hard time making decisions. But now it's like you know yourself well enough, you know what you want well enough, where you can make decisions much easier. And in the past, you may have even felt like a sense of feeling lost. But it's like now you're determined, and you know what you want, and you know what you're doing and why. And you trust that it's going to pay off. Maybe you lacked a lot of trust in your past, where it was like you were having a hard time trusting in the process, or trusting that spirit has your back. But I feel like that's all turning around for you in a positive way. And it's just leading to more growth, expansion, and success. And I also want to see what is underneath this Eight of Cups. King of Cups, upright. So I suppose this could always indicate that you left that King of Cups in the reverse to go pursue something that is much more fulfilling for you. But because it is in the upright, I feel like this is what you want. I feel you want somebody that is the light aspects of the King of Cups, like somebody that is loving, emotionally mature, emotionally vulnerable, somebody that's not afraid to admit that they have feelings, and somebody that actually is kind, empathetic, somebody that like is in the heart space. I feel like that's the kind of energy that you want and you crave. And so I think that's why this Eight of Cups had to take place, is because whatever it was in the past, you had to release it because it wasn't what you want. And it's like through leaving those things behind, you trust that whatever is ahead of you is better than what was in the past. And it's like that trust, that knowledge is going to attract your manifestations. And I feel like you're going to just naturally attract your manifestations because you're acting in a way that shows that you know your own value, your own worthiness, and you have things in your life that kind of help ground you. And yeah, it's just like you know what you want and you know what you don't want. And only good things can come out of being in that sort of energy, you know? I'm going to break out the oracle. I wasn't originally gonna, but since this is kind of turning into a quicker reading, I don't know if it will be quite a quickie, but we'll see. Yeah, just like any sort of advice or anything that you want to add to this reading for the collective, please and thank you, Spirit. That's a beautiful message. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is the first time I've seen this card. Spread your wings. That's what I feel like that is what you have been doing, right? Especially compared to who you were in the past. You may have been afraid to shine. I want to say, you're not afraid to shine. You're not afraid to take chances or take some risks. I don't think it's a bad type of risk also because, again, you're very smart and you like to think things out. But yeah, there's like this message from Spirit where it's like, don't be afraid to spread your wings and fly. Fly to your destination. Be seen as the beautiful angel or bird, whatever you want to associate with the wings. Be seen for the beauty that you are. And again, it's like you know what you want. You know that this is your path. And so embracing that is, which it feels like you are. I feel like that's exactly where you're supposed to be, and that's exactly what Spirit wants for you. And it's interesting, like this person is literally walking down a path here. So it's like, yeah, you are on the path. I feel like that is Spirit giving you the thumbs up. Like, yes, this, whatever you're focusing on and what you see for your future is what you're going to get. And that's what you're heading towards because you're in the right energy. So maybe, yeah, embrace that. Embrace that knowledge that you are on the right path, that Spirit is proud of you. Yeah, you just have this enlightenment about knowing and trusting that this is for you. And I feel like Spirit just wants you to feed more into that and embrace it, you know? Love at the bottom of the deck. And it's, again, interesting, especially with the theme of this reading, growth. The vines here, the green, reminds me of growth here. Growth in love, maybe, is happening. It doesn't even have to be necessarily romantic. It could definitely be romantic, but it doesn't have to be. It could be just real relationships that you have going on in your life in general that are maybe growing, becoming stronger, becoming more healthy even. Maybe you're improving on relationships by improving yourself. And I feel like that's pretty common actually, when you really take time out to focus on yourself and do things that are good for you, good for your growth, your own evolvement, whatever. Evolution. I don't know. It's strengthening your relationships with others, it feels like. Also, I feel like, yeah, you're just a very loving, kind energy. And so maybe Spirit wants you just to embrace all of the love that is around you in all of its many forms. Okay, and then it started to pop off and expose the Simply Love underneath. A lot of love for you here. Also, it looks like 6 and then 6 here. So sixes could be significant for you. Yeah, it feels like this feeling of like embracing love during this time. Maybe love is the answer, or maybe love guides you throughout life, and you maybe even go according to what helps you feel love, what makes you feel happy and in your heart space in a positive way. And I think people also see you as a very loving energy. So again, there could be people that are very attracted to that energy and want to come in and maybe join in union with you. Obviously, that will be your own choice. Like, you don't have to accept anybody that's coming in, especially if they're in the wrong energy. But I feel like you're just headed towards your own happiness, your own fate in a positive way. And you're headed towards love and growth and beautiful energy. Just absolutely beautiful. Okay. But anywho, that is the reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it resonated. If it did resonate, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you can become a part of the Hive Collective, because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives, and you can become an honorary bee like me, and we can be a little bee family together. And if you like my readings and you'd like to see more, be sure to click that bell icon down below so that YouTube actually notifies you next time that I upload. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!